If you think that being a dev is about writing code, I'm sorry to tell you that, but you are very, very wrong. And I know that 99% of people that are going to watch this video probably think that. Being a dev, it's to build complex systems, to maintain them and improving them. And AI is a tool to help you to do so. Of course, I'm using AI every day. But what I see is that more and more people think they got superpowers with AI, and it's an illusion. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. But also, I want to talk about the fact that I'm scared about AI. And I'm scared for reasons that you think probably it's about losing my job, people don't need a developer anymore and stuff. No, it's not about that. That will not be the problem. We're going to talk about that after. Okay, a lot of people so far used to think that developers had extraordinary skills because they knew how machine works, they knew how to write code, they could create startups by themselves, which is a total lie. It's not because you know how to write code that you can create a company and create a startup. We're going to talk about that after. Otherwise, every developer before AI would be millionaire. Anyway, being a developer, it's about building stuff that exists and doesn't exist, okay? And you don't build for you build for a final consumer, of course. But not only, you also build for other people in your team. Either they are tech or marketing or sales and stuff, because they need to understand what you are building. Otherwise, like, they couldn't help you to improve the product in many ways. And also, you write that code for other developers. With AI, which is amazing, by the way, we can go 1,000 times faster than before, which means that we can build 1,000 times faster than before, which is extraordinary. And if you are a developer and you don't use AI, you are totally wrong. The only problem that is occurring right now and that many people don't see is that AI is not your slave, you are the slave of AI. And so if you rely on AI, you are not free, you are a new slave. Don't get me wrong. The channel I created 2 or 3 years ago, Code with Guillaume, reached 185K followers. Why? Because I was teaching people how to learn how to code. Okay? Right now, I need to change this channel a little bit. I need to tweak it. Why? Because there are less and less people who want to learn how to code, less and less people who want to learn how to build complex systems. And the problem is that people need to do the 2 things at the same time. They need to learn and they need to use AI. And probably need to use AI, they need to learn how to use AI also. So if you don't know how to build complex systems, how are you going to tell the AI to do it? You probably think that AI is God. Just imagine a world where Google Maps and the GPS doesn't exist. And you want to find a solution to find your way. Do you really think the AI is going to create Google Maps by itself? No. And if you think so, and I'm probably sure that 99% of people that are watching this video think it's true, and the other will be very surprised that all those people think it's true, you are wrong. To build Google Maps, it has been a very long way, a very long path, and it was not about writing code. It was about thinking about the system. And if you think the contrary, just do this exercise. Why AI doesn't create yet what we need and what the human brain can imagine in some years? There is no answer to that. Just because everything starts by the human. So, don't get me wrong. AI is amazing. It gives superpowers to people. It's actually an illusion. But it gives superpowers to a lot of people that couldn't code so far. But as a developer, at first, my feeling was like, okay, we don't need to learn how to code. We can just ask AI to do so. And I was like, okay, I got to switch what I'm doing because I'm not going to make a living of it. And since 1 year and a half, actually, I'm very surprised because with my channel, a lot of people reach to me, a lot of companies, and they are asking me if I can debug the AI, if I can deep dive into the code of the AI, because actually when a real developer is writing 20 lines, the AI is writing 100 lines. And if you don't know coding, and a lot of people who are using AI don't know coding, but that's fine, that's totally fine, it's not a problem. You can still learn and try to improve to get better code. The more code you have, the more dependencies, the more problem you will have, the more work you have at the end of the day. So this is the first lie. This is why it's an illusion to me. The more code that will be generated, because the AI that we got right now, it's not a creative AI, it's a generative AI, okay? Let's talk just about that. Let's not go on the generative AI. It generates a lot of code. So if you want to debug this code, it's harder because it's longer and stuff, okay? So that's an illusion to think that a developer like me can debug the AI. Instead, I need to use the AI to debug it. But that's my final question. Why don't the AI, in your opinion, why don't the AI doesn't do my complete job? There are several answers about that, and I let you answer in the comments. But you know what? I'm not scared about AI, but I'm more scared about what people think they can do with it, okay? There is a massive promise with AI. The promise is that we're not going to work anymore, it's going to work for us, and stuff. I'm going to be honest with you, I wish it was true. But if you look at the history, and I know you're going to tell me, yeah, it's not the same as the car that replaced the horse, etc., etc. It's not the case. You're not going to be replaced, and you're going to work more and more because AI will need the human help to reach some level. And this is on this topic that I want to finish this video. Where do we want to go? How far do we want to go? Do we really want to go with an AI that is going to say one day, I don't need humans anymore? So probably you think I'm crazy because you also see my UFO poster behind me and stuff, and you don't know me, you never saw me, whatever, and you're listening to this video and you're like, this guy is completely dumb, whatever. But just ask yourself the question. Things have never been so fast. Things have never been so crazy. And we are not ready for that. I'm not saying that we need to fight AI. That's not what I'm saying. What we need to do is to educate people to understand what is AI and how to control it. And also, we need to tell people what you think is wrong, and it's going to lead you into a wall. You think you save money. You think you save time. You are actually becoming a slave of a tool. And this should be the contrary. For a company, if you rely on a tool or if you rely on a third party, you know how it works. You are not master of your business. I can't say more than that, okay? So on this channel, I will continue to teach courses, not because I think that everybody should learn every languages or frameworks and stuff, just because I love it. But I know that the real the devs of tomorrow, that are going to use AI to just skyrocket apps, and I don't even know how you skyrocket apps if you don't use AI today, they will learn code and they will use AI also. Thank you so much, guys. See you.